All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tom Murickan, a rising sophomore at the University of Arizona and an aspiring physician. Unlike many of the other wonderful speakers that have presented to you today, I am not a true student or professional in the field of data science, which I'm sure leaves many of you wondering why I'm here speaking to you today. The truth is, I was never really invested in or even interested in anything related to AI or data science until just a few years ago. So, what changed? Before I answer that, I'd like to show you some pictures of a very cute baby. So, these aren't my own baby pictures. These are pictures of my younger brother, George. He was born in Yale New Haven Hospital in 2007. And the month he was born was probably one of the most stressful months of our family's entire lives. And that's because George was born with an atrial septal defect, essentially a hole in the heart, which required multiple surgeries and follow-up visits to the hospital in the weeks following his birth. Throughout this entire period of time, the physician team at Yale was extremely professional and caring, helping us get through this emotionally troubling time and recover. And this entire ordeal was what sparked my passion for becoming a doctor. And over the years, I continued to develop this passion through talking to relatives in the profession and focusing on performing to the best of my ability in any science courses I took in school. And once I entered high school, I took the opportunity to volunteer at local hospitals to gain more experience in patient care. So by this point, you can probably tell that I had zero interest in anything related to AI or data science. I was very focused on being the most well-versed in the traditional maths and sciences, and I didn't see the need to expand my knowledge beyond those particular subjects. I was confident that I wouldn't have to learn about what happens on a computer as long as I know what happens in the human body. Fast forward 2 years later, and my interest in a career in the medical field had started to decline. And that was primarily due to discussions I had with many doctors and nurses at the hospitals I volunteered at. And they told me tales of the mountains of paperwork and administrative hassles that come with being a medical professional, which didn't sound appealing at all, to say the least. So after finding out I would be spending quite a bit of time as a doctor handling paperwork instead of spending all my time interacting with and caring for my patients, I became a little disheartened. And I remained disheartened until the summer before my junior year of high school, when I applied for and was accepted to an internship at Children's Hospital of Orange County, or CHOC. It was a medical internship, but its focus was on AI, artificial intelligence, and the innovations being made with AI in healthcare. Now, naturally, I was a little skeptical of how helpful this would be for me, someone who pretty much avoided anything tech related, but I went in with as much of an open mind as I could. And by the end of that summer, I returned to school with a completely different mindset of what my future in healthcare would look like. And I was fully invested in the power of AI in the industry for the better. So return to the question from what happened in the course of the way I perceived healthcare and reinvigorated my passion for becoming a physician. How these concepts weren't just relegated to the most popular depiction these innovations may make some of you think that the people at Chalk talked about some of the most high-tech, empowering, and industry-wrecking achievements ever seen in the healthcare space. But the truth is, by now, most of the stuff I learned that summer is most likely old news, maybe even obsolete compared to what's happening today. For example, a company called Inlytic has developed artificial intelligence solutions for radiologists to use in both clinical and non-clinical settings in order to streamline diagnoses and provide more accurate and faster treatment for their patients. Their Curie platform allows for automatic standardization of data, which helps physicians easily read, understand, and collaborate on data received. And Curie also helps radiologists with research and reporting aspects of their profession. Curie has yielded some particularly impressive results in this area, most notably with chest CT scans. CT scans performed by Inlytic helped radiologists identify malignant lung nodules up to 18 months sooner than previous normal identification periods, which is a huge achievement because this allows for treatment to start sooner and provides higher chance of recovery for cancer patients. Not only does Inlytic's models enable earlier identification and treatment, but they also read and analyze images at a much faster rate than radiologists can. Inlytic's models can interpret X-ray, CT, and MRI models at a rate of 15 milliseconds per image. And because of this efficiency, radiologists are able to assess cases 21% faster. So, as demonstrated by Inlytic, AI has the power to reduce the time needed for studying images and provide physicians more time with their patients to discuss best treatment options. And this ultimately allows physicians to see more patients in a day and allows them to, provide the best interaction opportunities with their patients and making the best use of their time. Beyond efficient diagnoses and error reduction, AI also allows for streamlined patient experience, as seen in the case of Johns Hopkins Hospital, a very, very renowned institution. The hospital teamed up with GE Healthcare back in 2016 to design the Judy Wright's Command Capacity Center, dedicated to improving operational flow within the hospital and improving the patient experience. Hung high on the wall in the front of the command center are a dozen extra large digital screens that blink and change, tracking data sets in real time as patients are moved to and from units and beds throughout the hospital. You'll have one screen that forecasts occupancy rates for beds in the hospital, with green signaling beds being available, yellow cautioning that the unit is near capacity, and red signaling stop. The unit is full. We can't take any more patients. Staff members in the center can also see the exact number of beds waiting to be cleaned and prepared for a new patient. Other screens show the number of surgeries occurring in each operation room with anticipated finish times, as well as incoming patient transfers from Johns Hopkins member hospitals and outside institutions. The center receives about 500 messages per minute and integrates data from 14 different Johns Hopkins IT systems across 22 high-resolution touchscreen computer monitors. Since the launch of the command center 5 years ago, Johns Hopkins has reported a 46% improvement in the ability to accept patients with complex medical conditions from other hospitals around the country and within their region. Additionally, Johns Hopkins critical care team is now dispatched 43 minutes sooner to pick up patients from outside hospitals, and patients are assigned a bed 38% faster, or about 3.5 hours earlier than normal, after a decision is made to admit them from the emergency department. Most impressive, however, is the decrease in transfer delays from the operating room after a procedure by 83%. So overall, thanks to AI and the data science skills of the GE design team, the command center staff is able to identify and mitigate risk, prioritize activity for the benefit of all patients, and trigger interventions to accelerate patient flow. Now, while AI certainly poses many advantages when it comes to eliminating the more tedious administrative hurdles in the healthcare industry, some of the more exciting innovations, in my opinion, have materialized in the form of robotic surgery. For example, a company called Accuray has developed a non-invasive robotic surgery technology called CyberKnife system, which is pictured right there, which has revolutionized the delivery of something called stereotactic body radiation therapy, or SBRT. SBRT is a cancer treatment in which precise doses of radiation are delivered to tumors in the body, which serves as a non-invasive alternative to surgically removing the tumors. The CyberKnife system combines advanced robotic treatment with sophisticated imaging algorithms to track and automatically adapt SBRT to synchronize with the unpredictable motion and rotation of affected organs, such as the prostate or the lungs. enabling clinical teams to deliver high doses of radiation with extreme precision and providing the patient with a personalized treatment. Studies were conducted to compare the cyberknife system to that of traditional gamma knife SBRT, which has been used since the 50s. When patients were treated with cyberknife, pain relief was achieved in 93.5% of patients after a median delay of about 3 weeks following treatment, which was comparable to the 91% after a median delay of 3 weeks following the gamma knife treatment. Only 18.6% of patients treated with cyberknife reported recurring pain within 3 years of the treatment, which was favorably comparable to the 34% of patients that reported recurring pain within 3 years of gamma knife treatment. So clearly, robotic surgery powered by AI is able to perform operations leaps and bounds ahead of the current skill set of surgeons. And it's able to reduce the chance for human error and increase the probability of recovery for patients. So these are just a few of the many advancements being made with the integration of AI and data science into healthcare currently. And it's these types of innovations that changed my entire perspective on the future of the industry. Through that summer internship at Chalk, I understood that in order to be an effective physician of the future, I had to embrace both AI and data science as integral parts of both my education and my future profession. By combining human and machine intelligence, physicians have been able to overcome many obstacles that have plagued them for years and return the majority of their focus to delivering the best patient care experience that they can. And that realization is what ultimately led me to speaking to you today. I actively avoided this realm of knowledge for most of my life, not knowing that it was the most important contributor to achieving the dream I've had since I was 5 years old. Now, I've talked a lot about how AI and data science is changing healthcare for the better, and I think it's incredibly important to make more people aware of that. Some of you listening may also be considering a job in the healthcare space, and hopefully I provided some valuable insight for you as you continue on your journey. For the rest of you, you may still be wondering, why exactly is AI and data science so important? Why is it critical that I understand the importance of these concepts as a student? And while there are many reasons why, I think the best one is that no matter what profession you go into, no matter what part of the world you grow up in or settle in, no matter the life you choose to live, AI and data science will be a huge part of your day-to-day experiences and will cause the most significant changes as society advances. Something as simple as a spam filter on your email is powered by AI and machine learning, preventing you from receiving those annoying propositions from princes of a foreign country promising thousands of dollars if you complete one small task. I'm sure many of you are familiar with Turnitin.com, which is a software that thousands of educators use to check for plagiarism in papers. This is also powered by machine learning, so teachers can spend less time verifying the originality of their students' papers and focus on grading effectively and providing helpful feedback in a timely manner. And if you ever used a map app on your phone, whether it be Apple or Google or Waze, the accurate times and different routes suggested are all based on continuous machine learning, based on anonymized location data from smartphones and user-reported traffic accidents or construction occurrences. The convenience of mobile check deposits, the recommendation engines of social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram, online shopping platforms like Amazon, and smart assistants like Siri or Google Assistant are all made possible with the utilization of data science methodologies and AI algorithms to improve safety, entertainment, education, transportation, finance, and many, many other sectors. More important than the innovations themselves, however, are the people behind them. Not just the incredible minds that come up with these ideas, work with a team to bring it to life and deliver solutions in the most efficient and helpful way, but the investors, industry leaders, and members of the general public that believe in making the world a better place, believing in the ability of these AI innovations to make the world a better place. Without at least a basic understanding of how AI and data science contribute to this end goal, the chances of skepticism and disbelief are much higher, which is often the primary roadblock to getting these solutions out into the world. I'm continuously learning about this field, and I very much consider myself a beginner. But the things I've already grasped and understood about the critical component of healthcare that is AI has allowed me to feel more secure about becoming a physician than I've ever been in my whole life. And it's this level of confidence in the power of AI and data science that everyone should possess and can only come with making the effort to learn, even if just a little bit, about what AI and data science are and what they can do for you, your family and friends, and for the world at large. The day more people hear the words AI and data science and their minds go to a recent technological achievement they saw in the news or read about online, versus remembering the Terminator or imagining someone in a dark hoodie scrunched up and just typing away furiously at a keyboard, is the day that a true revolution will occur and, in turn, secure a much better future for everyone because of the innovations being made with AI and data science. This revolution will mark a huge spark of change in most of the globe's major systems as several industries move forward and operate. So I implore you to find an article about how data science is affecting your profession of choice. Maybe take a coding class if that's something that sparks your interest, or connect with mentors or fellow students that can teach you more about what AI and data science have to offer. Remember, learning leads to knowledge, knowledge leads to confidence, confidence leads to innovation, and innovation results in long-lasting, impactful change for the better. Thank you for listening, and I'm open to any questions. And this can be questions about anything I talked about in the talk, any high schoolers, any questions about going forward, any rising seniors, college applications, anything comes to mind. Go ahead. Question in the question area. Okay. So I went to Children's Hospital of Orange County, which is in Orange County in like the Irvine area of Southern California. That's where I'm based. My family is from Southern California. I'm here for the summer. We're about an hour from downtown LA. And yeah, it was an incredible experience. Like I mentioned in the talk, it really, changed my entire perspective and gave me a lot of confidence to continue on this path that I've been since I was 5 years old. So yeah. I'm seeing all of the comments in the chat. I'm very flattered by all the positive comments, and thank you everyone for watching. It's a lot of people I see in the corner here. So, how do you learn more about AIMed? Sure. So you can learn more about AIMed by going to AIMed. Let me pull up the website really fast. So it's ai-med.io. That's their website. I'll go ahead and put it in the chat as well. And they have tons of events throughout the year. I think they also have a bunch of free workshops and events for students as well. So again, if you're looking for a career in the healthcare space, these guys are doing incredible things, hosting incredible events that showcase a lot of the neat stuff and innovations that are happening in various specialties: cardiology, radiology, neurology, you name it. They've got everything. The founder is a very close mentor to me, Dr. Anthony Chang, and he's done an incredible job with getting the organization off the ground and getting all those things running smoothly. So definitely check out their website. I've written a few articles for them on there, a bunch of articles you guys can read. They save a lot of their previous conference sessions on there. Definitely go ahead and check it out. Yeah, of course. Thank you to all of you for all the amazing feedback. Networking opportunities such as meetups and conferences. Google, honestly, like you can just go on Google. They have, especially in this day and age, tons of virtual opportunities. Anything you can think of, if you just search for it, you will find something that caters to what you are interested in. And I encourage you to reach out And those are the best opportunities to connect with people as well. Yeah. Resources that I know good for getting more involved in data science field, like of course internships, et cetera. Yeah, so as far as internships go, internships are a very, I don't want to say tricky part of moving forward with experience, because just depending on where specifically you're looking for, and based on how the landscape is, there might be a lot of opportunities in some sectors, not as much elsewhere. But I encourage you to, again, like I mentioned before, just search online for whatever is suited towards your interests. And I would also recommend, especially for rising juniors and seniors in high school, getting LinkedIn is a really helpful way to get connected with lots of people. There you have tons of internship advertisements on there, tons of really great innovations that if you comment on or express your interest in, it'll really boost your visibility and get you in touch with lots of great people. I found it to be really helpful for me. And as far as courses go, definitely, again, checking out online, there are tons of intro to data analysis courses. I'm actually going to be taking some myself this summer. I'm looking to do some data analysis within the R and Python coding languages. So yeah, with the power of the internet, just searching things up and finding what suits you and your interests. I mean, the resources are widespread. You will find something, I guarantee it. All right. Well, thank you again, everyone, for watching, and good luck on your journeys. And keep in mind the criticality of AI and data science in your future. Take care.